Welcome back from the break. We are here at the Sheraton Kampala Hotel and we are talking about why men cheat. Now, in case you've just joined us, this is something that has been requested by most of the ladies who've written into us. They have issues and they're trying to understand the psychology of men. Is it something that men have to do, or is it something that they are forced into doing? Colin.
I think that it's too simple to say that men are hardwired to cheat. I think that as fully grown, adult, functional, Homo sapiens, you make the decision. And it can be from a moral point of view, like ransomware, you say.
But some decisions...
It's a lack of commitment.
You're pushed into making certain decisions.
Yes,
right?
yes, but it can be from a point of lack of commitment or the inability to say no. It could be you actually go out and cheat, or you're presented with temptation and you fail to refuse it. Either way, you make the choice. Some people make that choice more often than others, and what I think is we're in a place where the temptation has multiplied, but then the grounding and affirmation process for men has not increased to match this temptation, the amount of temptations available in our society. And we talked about this a lot, where we said, we're in a highly sexualized society. We're saying there's so much going on out there, and people are seeing visuals every day. You see all sorts of things. And yes, so I think that in a certain way, we either find a way to mitigate these things. And it's like Ransom was saying, you have different types of it, and I guess we'll go into that. But is it emotional? Is it someone staying with you in a marriage but being stolen emotionally completely, not with you? Or they're afraid to leave you because of some social engagement, but on the side they're doing someone else? Or are they actually just going out and banging people and coming back home?
Very strong words, but yeah.
And so whoever your mistress is knows that this guy will come do his thing, but at the end of the day, he goes back home to his wife.
Basically, if you look at it, there are many reasons why. Yeah, sometimes, and we've talked about this before, sometimes the temptation comes perfectly packaged for you, and it's that much harder for you to resist it. And if you're mature enough, and if you're committed enough, then you back off. And you don't walk the fine line, you don't walk on the edge, you move as far away from the edge as possible.
But Ransom, sometimes you can be in a situation where you cannot run away. And I'll tell you what, I always keep referring, there's a Lutoro saying that says, if you don't want to marry an ugly woman, do not live next to one. You talked about working late. You're working late, you're with this lady, you're in close proximity, and you are together, you spend long hours together.
Experience?
No.
I am against
one part of the experience.
We're running the risk of putting a lot of people in trouble by going with Peter, because not everyone who works long hours in close proximity with ugly people.
Listen, sometimes we have to deliver it's
guys, ugly is a medical condition. Stop using that word.
It's about levels of self-control, and we just have to admit it. Yeah. We have to admit it, that there are times when, as men looking at, yes, everybody cheats, but when men cheat, a lot of times it's just weakness. It's somebody being unable to have self-control.
Chief, as it is, most of us, I think all of us have a marketing background.
Some sort of.
Yeah, like decision making. You said it's about decision and commitment, etc. All these decisions can be influenced by the environment, by the situation around us, you might be saying, I'm going to be committed forever, I will never do this. You make the vows, you believe in them, every time you go home, you renew your commitment. But like at the end of the day, you have that innate thing. And the conditions around you, you have the conditions around you presenting something that will make you release, make the natural you come out. And then you will be shocked. Actually, what happens is, for most people, after they have done this, they come back and you find some friend telling you, I did this, but I don't know what I was up to. And now with the disease and other things, everybody regrets it. Actually, most regret it. But it happened, and
it's just weakness.
It's not weakness.
No, they just regret the bad one.
It's weakness. It's weakness. Because you know what? Let me give you a thing. It's a decision-making process. If you knew, for argument's sake, that you're falling into this thing, you're getting into it, but you know that this person is HIV positive, for example, yeah, and you don't have any protection, are you still going to do it? Your decision is going to be different, yeah, because the likelihood of you being too weak, being so weak that you're going to say, it doesn't matter, I'm still going to get into it, yeah, it's weakness.
Okay, have we reached the why part?
But
that's the why. It's weakness.
Yeah, but also, sorry, but also what I think, because we've discussed this before, is probably sex has been put up there, yeah, too high on a pedestal, that, I mean, we might go back to the same argument, that it is overrated, that you have to have this, and there is this myth that we cannot control, we cannot, just a minute. There's a way we've decided that you cannot control yourself when there is sex around you. It has to control you. So I think that's part of the problem.
But you know what, Joseph? I think if the opposite actually might be true. It might be that sex has been made into so nothing that it doesn't. It takes a lot more to excite you. If we've been desensitized, Colin talked about the whole issue of, we're in a society where you're seeing it everywhere. It's in ads, it's on TV, it's in the music, it's in the music videos.
It's where you're standing in the room.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I have a pastor who was saying his family, they recently moved to South Africa, and coming from a very protected environment that Zimbabwe is. And he was saying, this is crazy. He's running away from these images and whatnot. And his wife told him, listen, you better deal with it, because right before you know it, there'll be billboard by your door. What are you going to do about it? So we've been desensitized to an extent where even in our relationships, it's you just need a little bit more. You just need a little bit more to really get you excited. So it's not exciting at home anymore, even though it's still as good as it used to be. And you start looking elsewhere because you've been desensitized. So I'm not sure it's on a pedestal. No, it might have been knocked off that pedestal. It's nothing anymore.
Look, why the whole thing is, we might try to close our eyes to the fact that why sex sells, and why you can have a beer and try to find the sex in a beer, or the sex in a soda, or a sex in a car. As in, you do a car and then you are promoting it and you put a chick near a half naked close to it because you are trying to appeal to the men. The thing is that if a lot of research has gone in and a lot of money has gone in to find out what actually attracts our attention, that what actually moves us, and just like the other animals, etc., we have this thing that we need to actually procreate, and our emotions, our hormones, because you don't actually call on your hormones for your man to respond. You be there and the situation presents itself and your body responds. Now you need to suppress it. We try to suppress it, but given an opportunity, now what actually makes you fail to suppress it? Because we try as much as possible to conform to what society expects of us, and we suppress this urge, this excitement that we want to experience. So we have to suppress it. But some things come into our way that make us fail to suppress this urge. For example, alcohol. For most people, they will be safe, they will always be good until alcohol is in the system. When they take it, it goes to some other part, and everything that passes around, actually, for most people, the first beer, the waitress is ugly. Second beer, they're like, ooh, where did this chick come from? She has always been there. By the fifth beer, they're like, oh, wow. They are seeing all these, possibilities. So alcohol, drugs, also another thing.
But you see, listen, what I was saying about desensitization is this. You talked about the girl next to the car. If you go back to the 50s or 40s or whatever, the girls have had to have less and less and less and less clothes on them to make it exciting for you.
Because even back then, there were girls. But they were fully dressed.
But they were fully dressed. Now, they're in bikinis. In
When
other places,
they started with not dressed at all.
Yeah. In certain places.
When we were in Stone Age.
But listen, if you look at it,
this is just came on. We are just taking them off again.
They're topless. It's a desensitization process. So the things that get us excited, it's like somebody that is addicted to watching pornography. You know, it has to be more and more and more and more hardcore to get the same rise. Yeah. And so in relationships, you find this is one of the reasons. I'm not saying this is the be all and all, but one of the reasons is that people have been desensitized, and you need more and more and more to excite you.
Yeah.
So you start looking elsewhere. The danger. My goodness, are we going to get caught?
Okay, so allow me to just explain. Innocent is saying he's saying it's a social problem. Innocent is saying it's an instinctual problem. But there is also the element now. I mean, taking off from the point that people have become desensitized, then becomes a sport. You know,
entertainment,
a recreational thing. So you've got guys who are studying up and reading up on how to be players, on how to run the game, on how to, you know, do it and keep going.
Without getting caught.
Without getting caught, or without caring, or delivering multiple command performances. But it's become, there are communities, there are societies that are like that. And they are among us. You know, you hear guys sharing notes, sharing audiobooks about, you know, game. And
if I'm just, no, sorry to interrupt, but you know, you've mentioned something about the whole playing thing. There was somebody I had a chat with yesterday, and he mentioned, we were talking about the program and all that, and he said, this thing of cheating, would you term a guy who, fair enough, he's in a relationship, he has not married this girl, and then, so he's still looking for the right woman to marry. So he's got Sandra, he's got Pamela, he's got Angela, he's got Renee. Is that guy cheating? Because he may just be simply, and that brings us now, I think it would be important for us to talk about the various types of cheating, because this guy may just be searching.
But has he led a single one of them to believe that he's with only one of them?
Let me ask you, when you go to a shop to buy a pair of trousers or a pair of jeans, when you walk in and you're looking for the best price, are you going to let the shopkeeper know that this is just, I'm just passing through? I'm going to ask you to answer that question once we get back from the break. Guys, in case you've just joined us, we are talking about...
lie to the trousers. I'm going to buy you, I promise.
The shopkeeper.
So you can try it on and then check it out.
You talk to the shopkeeper and you show them you're serious. So you get the best price.
To the break,
and then you go to the next one. We are here at the Sheraton Kampala Hotel, and we are talking about cheating. Why do men cheat? And what are the various types of cheating? Don't forget, this is your show. We want to hear from you. SMS us on 6565. Follow us on Twitter. It's NTV_men. Or go to our Facebook page, like it, and talk to us. It's NTV Men. We'll be right back after the break.